This is the Epic launcher. Only you have to do, you have to go into a Google, right? And you have to search Epic Games or the Unreal. Once you install the Epic Games, before the installing, you have to share our email ID for registrations. Unreal is totally free. We are not publishing any games. If we are publishing any games, so there are some loyalty charge which we have to pay to the Unreal, right? If our quarterly business is going about by $3,000 or $1,000, then 5% of the royalty we have to pay to the Unreal. But for the starter, for the learning, is totally free. Once you open the Epic Game Launcher, this is your screen. Once you log in over here, right, here we can see the Unreal Engine options over here. We can go to the YouTube, Answer Hub, Forms, Roadmap. What is the new content we have on Unreal? There are lots of different teams who are uploading continuous, the assets into the Unreal. What's new in Unreal? Everything features we are getting into this Epic Game Launchers. When we have to click on the learning, correct? Once we click on the learning, here easily we can access with the the YouTube link or the video tutorial for the Unreal, which video is trending as of now. Virtual reality screen is there, recently added. So lots of features we have into this Epic Games. Marketplace is the option where we can download assets. If you'll see, there are different tabs are available. We can go for the 2D assets, animations, blueprint, character, code plugin, environment. There are different browse options we have available. When we talk about the industry, architectural, automotive, trainings, and the film broadcast, live event. So what informations we require, we can easily get access from here. When we talk about the free, here we have Epic Game Contest, Megascan, which I will show you. Megascan also. Megascan is the Quixel software where we can easily import more than 14,000 of the 3D ready-made products into our games. That is also free. I like to inform over here, Megascan free product can use only in Unreal. If you want to use into any other 3D software, then we have to buy the license. But for the Unreal, it is totally free. If I click on the free for the month, it's showing me over here like what recently new assets have added, right? Permanently free collection. If I click over here, I can easily can download this file and get access into the Unreal. On sale we have, if we want to buy any purchase assets, then we can buy from over here. Submit contest, there are lots of contests is going on. It's directly launched me into a different uh, website where I can get more informations about the contest which is going on into the Unreal. Now we'll talk about something about the library. If you'll see, recently they have launched 4.260. That's nearby 12 GB of the software that we need to download. Whichever version they have released, we can easily download from this help of this plus button. If I click on this plus button, you will see over here 4.24 is there. If I click over here after downloading, I'm getting this two option. One is a Unreal Engine 4.26.0, 4.25.4 what we have. We will work on this 4.254 over here, which I have over here. Over here I'm seeing over here my recently file which I've opened into the Unreal. What Megascan assets I have downloaded, I can see over here, right? Twin motions, again, this is the by the Epic software, Epic company. Twin motion is used for the architectural render, that is also the real-time render, RT render we can say, right? Once I go to my library over here, if I click on the launch options over here, now what it will do, it will direct me into a next project, right? Still it is opening. I would like to show one video over here. This is done into the Unreal. There is a no audio, but if you see, this is giving the hyper realistic render into a real time. for the automotive, for the movie, games, for the VFX we can use. This is what we have done into the Unreal. Once I click on the launch, I'm getting these options over here. First is a games, film, television, events, architectural, engineering, constructions, automotive, product and design. Each and every tab have their own templates, correct? When I talk about the games, what kind of the games I want to do a publish. If I do a double click on that, here we can see we have the first person templates, flying templates, puzzle, rolling, third person, top down, twin stick shooter, AR for the mobile phones, side shooter we have two side controller, vehicle controller, virtual reality, vehicle advanced we have. So these are the different project set presets what we have. Now, when we talk about the default project, different options are available. Every time we start a new Unreal Engine product, we start from the templates. Each templates provide a basic starting point for a different type of project. First persons or third person shooter games, architectural visualizations, product designs we have over here. I'll just go my back. If I'll say film and television and live event, here we can see we have the virtual production set and display. I'll go back over here. If I'll click on the architectural engineering constructions, so these are the different presets what we have. What are the benefits of these presets? We already have some light features in that. We only have to import our object or the 3D model or actor, automotive product design in the manufacturing. So there are different presets for templates are available over here. First, the project setting editor is divided up to into various categories and selection of related options. Categories are displayed as a handling, while each of the sections displays a hyperlink that opens the option for the selections into the editors. Now what I'll do first, I'll just open this blank and say next. Now this is really very important. Before starting any project, here we have to do our project setting. Now here first option is the blueprint. If I want to open my template with the or the project with the blueprint or the C++, right? Basically we can go with the blueprint over here. Here we have the maximum quality or scalable 3D or 2D. If we have the good graphic card, good amount of RAM in our computer, we can always have to go with the maximum quality because it helps us to understand what kind of the object quality textures we have applied in our scene. Ray tracing options we have. Might be if we are using an older version of the Unreal, there might be a different features, but into 4.25 we have this features, and same as into the 4.26. Ray tracing is also will take the high amount of the RAM while we are working in our projects, so it's depending upon our requirement if we want to turn on or disable. Here we have the desktop and the mobile, correct? So we are making a game for on which platform, for the mobile or for the desktop? As of now we are doing for the desktop over here with starter content and no starter content. Once I click over the no starter content, here we can see include the additional content package containing a simple placeable meshes. Here will not get much more amount or much more blueprint or the functional editor if we are using a no state content. We always go with the with state content because in Unreal we are importing different model from the different softwares, right? So we need to do this setting again. Blueprint will select maximum quality, ray tracing disable on and off, that is depending upon the requirement, desktop, and here we take with the no starter content or with starter content. Here we can select our folder. Here we can see the three dots over here. Once I click over here, I can set my project over here. What I need to give, I'll just give this to name training. This is my project name, and if I click on the create project, so it will take some time to open, right? If you'll see, there are lots of uh, presets with the good quality, which includes the lights, object presets will automatically will come in our project. Correct. So I'll just we'll just wait for the 1 minute. It will get opens again. I'll just show just till this time open. I'll just show my presentations over here. Once we get or once we have finished our project setting, this is the like our welcome screen. This is how gonna look like in Unreal. If you'll see over here, here we have the different features available. This is a default project which I have did. If I'll change into a third person game, we have the different presets. Now here we can see we have the content browser. Content browser, we can say hub of the Unreal. Whatever we want to import, what we have added into our project, all different presets we have into the content browser over here. This is a placeholder, we can say a mode editor. Here we can add different mode. Basic we have, actors we have over here, player start, cube, sphere. If I click on the light options, we have the default light presets over here, directional light, point light, spotlight, rectangle lights, skylights, cinematic we have. Here we can put the rig for our camera. Visual effects, this is a default presets what we have into our Unreal. Sky atmosphere, exponential, different presets we have over here. Different tools where we can use this. Geometry we have, normally we can add this simple default object what we have. How I can use that, I just need to drag and drop on my screen on my project over here into my viewport. Right now, first I'll tell you the shortcut keys how you can use. W, if I'll press my right click and W, here you can see we are seeing into the game mode. Alt and the left click if I'm using the Maya. Shortcut keys if I want to add what I'm using into Maya, I'll go to my edit preferences. We'll go to the level editor and viewport. I'll just click over here. Here we have invert middle mouse button. If I just click over here, I need to turn on this just off. Now what I'm using into Maya, the same alt left click and the right click and the middle click will do. If I want to apply the Maya, W and right click. So I'm into a game mode. If I click, you can see over here I'm going zoom in and zoom out over here. I'll just maximize this my screen over here. Now if I want to reduce my camera speed into my viewport, I just need to select over here and give my speed value. It has to move 1 or 2. W again left click or the right click here you can use. If you'll see, I can move my mouse, right click, W and the right click, Alt and the right click. Here I can do pan, here I can change orbit view. S, if I press and the right click, D, I'm pressing a D now. Again A and the left click, right click. With the help of the right click, I can rotate and orbit my screen. If I'm pressing a left click, I can orbit, just going from left to right, and we are just zoom in, zoom out. Again W and the right click, here I can orbit my view. I can see a 360-degree of my view over here. F is a shortcut key for the focus to select it. Again, I just select and the delete. I just select my object and press F over here. Again, Alt and the middle mouse. I can orbit my view over here. Alt and the left click. Here you can see I'm going into the gameplay options. Alt, left click, right click. Right. Now this is the different geometry what we have over here. Sphere we can add, and best thing is automatically get snap. on the object. Here is the different options. Here we want to go into a snap to grid we required or not, what are the grid size or space we require. Here I can click over here, middle mouse, I can just pan my view. I just change into a 50 or just one. It's showing me a distance between the grid. Here I can change it. This is my snap options over here. Here I can do the local and object mode. If I want to rotate my object into a local mode or different mode, here you can see this is into a world node. If I click on this local, now this is into the local. If I can move my object over here, so Unreal, everything is into the backlight. This is already a presets what we have over here. Correct. After moving any object, we are starting to get this error. Lighting need to be the rebuilt unbuilt object. I will show you how we can sort out this error. This is just the simple click which we have to do. First, we'll try to finish this mode tool. So this is the different modes which we have available over here: cinematics, lights, basic, all. If I'll say all access, so there are all access of this we have over here. Apart from that, different tools or objects we have into my all classes options. Now we'll talk something about the this viewport. F11 is the maximize mode. I'll press F11 again. Move, rotate, and scale. Again, this is a WER, or again you can space bar. Space bar 1, space bar 2, space bar 3. Here we can change our transform rotations mode over here. Right. Here we have the local and the world axis which you have to do. I'll just select my scale local and the world axis. This is also depending upon the selection which we have to do. Open editor surface snapping option. Here I can do the surface snapping. If I'm moving any my object, it will directly snap to my surface. If you'll see now, it is directly snapping on the grid. This is the rotation angle. E. Here I'll just click over here. Here see we are rotating into the 10-degree axis. Control Z. Scaling options what we have. And this is the camera speed. If I'll make this into a 8 and say W and left click, it's gone very fast, right? So depending upon your requirement, we can reduce our camera speed. That is on the extremely right hand side of your corner. Like in Maya, here we have the 4 options. We just need to click all these options over here. Now here we have the 4 screen. First screen, second screen, and front view, top view, side view, and the perspective view what we have over here. Right? If I want to maximize this view, I just need to click on this small button on my right hand side of the view. This small button again over here. If I'll click in this view, so I'm getting this 4 axis over here. I'll just click over here. Again, you will see. So like into the Maya, I can change my view requirement. I just select and delete my object over here. So when I just created that simple project, this is a different, each and every template have the different options, project, characters, scene we have. When we talk about over this tools over here, here we have the real time option. If I just rotate and see, here you can see my sky is moving. My sky is moving. So it's take very good amount of RAM to play. If I don't have a good amount of RAM, I'll turn off these options over here. Here it's indicating your real time is off. I just click over here again, my real time will on. Here we have show status, show FPS, frame per seconds, which we have. If I click over here, show toolbar, just click over here if you want to turn on and off toolbar. Slate, field of view, FOV we have. Game view, G is a shortcut key for the game view. Now here we can see this different objects. It's already there in our project. This is the game start player. If I'll press G, so I'm into a game mode. I'm not able to see skylight, directional light, which I have used in my default project. This is the game view over here. G is a shortcut key for on and off. Here we can do easily turn on and off. I'll just drag this over here. Again, I'll click over here, field of view. We want to do into the immersive mode, game view. Again, I can do on and off from over here. Immersive mode, F11, maximize and the minimize. That also I can do from here, right? If I click over here, allow camera shakers, bookmark, I can book my view, jump to bookmark 1. If you see the already shortcut is mentions. If you want to use this 1, 2, 3. Set bookmark. If I want to add my own bookmark, I can use that. Compact bookmark, clear all bookmarks, create camera here. If I say camera actor over here, now this will be my camera view. After clicking on that, I can see this is my camera view over here. If I just rotate or just scale it, again I'll click over here and just say camera view, camera actors, correct. So here we are getting this different option, like how it's going to look like in our camera. Little bit small window will pop up over here. This layout, again, like in Maya or any other 3D software what we have here, easily we can change over the layout as per the requirement. Advanced settings, we have advanced setting, again the reference settings, project setting, click over here, preferences settings we have. So this is the same tools which we can find into our toolbar, menu bar over here. This is my perspective that I can change into the top view as well. I'll click on this perspective. Here I can change my viewport. Camera actor 1, now I'm looking towards the camera. Camera actor 1, perspective is there. Default viewport, cinematic viewport. Here I can see my screen is get little bit uh, different ratio I received, right? I'm able to see this different viewport. Now here is a really very important options we have. This is the lit. Lit means what? In my scene, I can see the light, material, texture, reflections, shadow, right? Like what we are doing into the render pass is the same options we have over here. Here I have the options like how my screen and the scene is gonna look like. If I'll say unlit, here you can see the light is gone. Select this object, press F, Alt, and the left click. We can orbit over you. Click mesh wireframe. If I want to see into wireframes, I can see this wireframe over here. Default lighting, like what is a default lighting? Here we can see the materials become a default, light is become a default, but specularity is that reflections we are getting. So this is the like player collision. If you'll see, this is the player collision. If I'll say W and the left click over here, if that object is animated, right, so they need to do collide. So this is the default collide options we have over here. That also we can do if we are reporting from any 3D object from the different software. I'll show that also. If I want to import any 3D object from 3D Max or Maya into the Unreal. So here is a display look and feel what we have. Lit, again with the default light and options we have. Show, if I want to see anti-aliasing options on and off. Show. Fog, if you'll see. Media, BSP, binary space partitions. Collision, if you want to see. If I click on this collision, it's become into the wireframe. Right, I'll just maximize my viewport. Show collision. If you don't want to see collisions, click over here. So like into the viewport, this is the different options we have. Once you open into any projects, they will have the same. I'm sorry, if you're opening any templates, they have the same options what we have over here, correct? This is the place actor. Again, this is the mode actor. Now we'll talk something about our the world outliner over here. Sureshji, my screen and audio is clear, right? Sureshji?
Yeah. Your audio is clear, screen also visible.
Also visible. Okay, thank you so much for confirmations. Now, like into the Maya, we same way we have the our world outliner, like what assets we have in our project, how many lights we have in our scenes, different options, whatever we have in our scene, we easily will get the list from here. If I click on this audio, by default, audios is already added into the different project. Player start F. If I press F, this is my player start. Just in case if I want to add player start over here, I'll just delete and I'll click in my move node and just say play start. I need to search into the mode node and just drag and drop over here. Again, it's the same way you have added the play start. So if I start to play my game, so this will be the my first screen. My camera will start from here. My actor will start from here. We can see we have the camera over here also. So again, this is the chair F. This is called the static mesh SM. Now, just below that, we have the detail editor over here. Like if I want to move my object, this is easily manually we can do from here. Now move, rotate and scale. WER, WER or space bar. If I'm pressing multiple time, I'm getting the different options, space bar. Now when we talk about the move, rotate and scale, the manual transformation sections of the detail panel, which is over here, it always has to view and edit the transform locations, rotation, scale of the selected actor. Also, where applicable, this also contains the setting of for the actor mobility. Each transform property has numeric entry field for the XYZ. If I'm selecting multiple object, just for an example, I'm selecting this chair and the table. Here you will see multiple. Here we are not getting any value. Here we are getting the multiple selections, multiple value, right? So this is really very handy to understand like how many object I have selected in my scene. I have selected only one of the multiple object. Here with the help of this multiple, we can get more informations. Rotation fill. This rotation fill, I'll just select my chair as of now. Press F to focus on the selected. The rotation fills have unique ability to use as a slider. If I'll slider means here, I'll just select and use the slider over here. Correct. So move, rotate and scale, easily we can slide how much scale, rotations and uh, transform will required. The scale fill can also be locked by clicking the button. If I want to lock this, I'll just click over here. I need to select this my options, movable, scalable, rotations, world axis, relative axis. I can change that as well. Now here we are getting the mobility. It is depending upon the light. If I'm importing any light, so this three properties is really very important. Static means in my game or in my scene, my character is not going where I have created that light. Static means it will be the still. So there will be the no recast, no creations in that. Then we have the stationary. Stationary means what? It is easily get shadow if my character is entering my room, right? So shadow have to give effect on the shadow. That character shadow will come in the scene. So that is a stationary. This is the movable light, directional light, sunlight, atmosphere light. That everything is into the movable over here. If I go down, as I already told you, this is the static mesh into the Unreal. This is really very important. We need to give name to our object, otherwise we really get confused what in my scene how many object I have used. If I want to make a folder or if I want to make a group, that I can select for an example, I'll just select this my object chair. If I want to do a duplicate, alt and left click, so I'm duplicating it. Alt and duplicate. Here you will see I'm duplicating. If I'm pressing a shift and moving my object, my cameras is also moving with my selected object. Again, I'm saying I've selected my object. If I'm pressing a shift plus left mouse key and I'll move my object, here you will see my camera is locked to my selected object. And if I'm not pressing any shift key or alt key, I can easily move that. This is a snap to grid. I just turn that off. This is the radius. Stop this. See here easily I can move. Here you will see we are snapping on the grid, correct? Okay. So if I do the right click on my object, here will say lots of different variations. We have add event. This is a interface sessions. Very soon, every month we are planning to take more sessions on the Unreal. There are different level which need to understand. First is the user interface, then we have the level editor, blueprint, material, camera animations, first person game, second person game, right? Mobile VR we have. So very soon we will start with the other session as well. If I click on my right object, here we'll say we are getting a more options, correct? This is the static mesh over here. If I click over here, I need to replace from my static mesh to static mesh bush. I can do that recently, which I have added over here. So this has become my bush. That object has used the same texture which we have applied on the chair. Again, if I want to stack into the static chair, I can do that as well. So if I want to replace from my static mesh to anything, I can do that. This is the find matlab browse the same where it is located in my content browser. This magnifications button is helping where my object is in my content browser. Here we have the material, right? Physics, we have simulations. If we are making any movement, that simulations we can do on and off. So there are multiple presets we have the collision if it has colliding with any other object, uh, that we need to turn on and off. So different way we can modify our animations also. So there are different property, each and every properties is really important with the different features, correct? So if I'm selecting this table, press F. Here I can see the different objects, same property what we are getting. If I'm importing any default project, basic, for an example, I'm using this cube over here. Here we are getting this cube. If I want to replace for my cube, material sphere cube, here I can search. I use chair, static mesh chair. My object get placed over here. Correct. I have not created the duplicate. Again, if I want to change something into the previous static mesh, pyramid, I can do that as well. Select and delete. Select my object, press F. So that's what we have into the outliner and to the detail property. Now we'll talk something about the content browser. Now what is the content browser? If you see, if I click this options over here, it is coming to the thumbnail and this is coming into the list. I'll just maximize my view. I can easily get place wherever I requirement my view. I can do that modifications also. My content browser also has to come over here, or I'll just drag it over here. Place actor, like what we are doing into the Maya or any other software, we can do the same way. Just Alt and just S and the middle mouse key. If I select my camera here, automatically my view will open. What will be my camera view? Now we'll talk about the content browser. Content browser, as I already told you, it is a really very important in our scene. It has become the uh, hub for our Unreal. If I'm importing any object from any other 3D softwares or Max, Maya or Blender, first I need to import into my content browser. If I click on this content browser over here, by default we have architectural, different presets we have. I just drag and drop my this pillar what we have in the scene. With the help of this middle mouse, I'm not pressing alt and shift or anything, just middle mouse. I can do zoom in, zoom out. I can easily drag the wall whichever I require. And best thing is it is a snap to vertices. As and back here you can see this is alt and vertices. Audio we have. If I play over here, start this arrow, whatever we are seeing here, we are getting a more options. Play. If I click this arrow, we have the different options more into this. As of now, we are not doing simulations. We are just playing, play, correct? If you see the audio is coming. Sureshji, you can hear the audio.
Yeah.
Here we can hear the ambience audio. This
Hello.
is my game view. Yeah, Sureshji, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm pressing into the S and go over here, S and right click, right? I'm not pressing, I'm just moving my mouse left and right, up and down. I'll just go here. So this is again, I'm into my game view. Escape is the shortcut key for the normal view to come out from the game view to the scene view. If I'll select this F, again I will press escape. So my selection will go. Correct. So if I want to unselect, escape is the shortcut key for that. Now we have the audio. If I just drag this audio, play, just drag and drop. Here we have the different blueprint, HDRI map we have, maps we have, different level we can edit. We can create our own layer. I will try to create one simple level for you. This is the different material presets we have. I can easily, if I want to change my this table color, drag and drop over here, press F, selections. Here we can see this materials get changed. Just maximize my content browser. I just drag my, I will apply that map over here. Here we can see this is everything into the real time. Particle presets, what we have, just drag and drop over here. If you'll see, I'll move my particle. This is compiling shader. It will take some time. Props we have the house, we have this grass bush we have over here. We have this table, this content, we have the rock. I can create a cave with this simple cave with the help of this rock. This is taking compiling, so automatically our textures and material will come over here. Different shapes we have, what we have into the mode node, the same we have over here. We have the textures. I can edit these textures. I can apply to different nodes into the material editor. Now if I click over here, here we have the import. If I want to import any object or material, I just click on this import. I need to give the directions. I need to give the, the path where I have downloaded my objects. Save all. This is my content. If I click over here, what options we have, the same we have over here. Content browser, just architecturals. Here we can see now the texture is applied to that ground object. Just let me maximize my view. Here we can see it is already applied to my ground. Press F11. So same options we have after the content. We want to go into the developers or starter content. If I click over here, you want to go audio, HDR, the same option what we have. We have the same over here. Maps we have. So that is into the content browser. Correct. Now what we'll do, we'll try to do the menu now. What options we have into the difference. We have save current, source controls, mode we have. As of now, I'll just start in my scene first. What I'll do, I'll just simply create one cave scene over here. Correct. So it is really very easy to understand. If I want to do the scaling rotations, I'll just select my object. I'll just delete my view. I don't require this camera. I'll just search into the content editor. I'm just using for the rock. I'll go my content. Here we can see we have this rock over here. I simply placed my rock over here. If I want to make a duplicate, Alt, move arrow. Here I can do. Now this time I will use the top view. Click on this, select, move this, select alt, move. I do not require the snap to this my object, right? Alt and just drag this, alt and drag this, alt and drag this. Alt and drag. Again, I will select and go to the my perspective view. Here we can see this all are the same, so I need to do little bit more variation that I can do after of the previous. This is depending upon the requirement. Select and make it 30 or 40 degree. We just need the scale or smaller in the bigger rocks we have. Small, select, scale this one, scale over here. I'll just select and delete my ground. As of now, I do not require. Correct. I'll just go zoom in and zoom out. Here we can see this is really very easy. I'll just alt and move. I'll just do the scales over here. Scale. Reduce it. Rotate it into the 90 degree. Scale it a little bit more 0. I'll put over here. Alt and just drag this. Alt and drag. And everything is into the real time. Shift, select, shift. Again, I'll require to do a little bit more 3 to 4 row over here. Just select. If you'll see F11, everything is into the real times with the good amount of the textures what we have. Now, if I want my player in my scene, I do not have any player. I'll just say player start and drag and drop over here where I need to start my player, right? Select this and say play. Now here we can see our player is. This is I'm right now into my game mode. Here I can add the plant, bush, everything which I require to add, I can do that. This is just the UI sessions. Here we can do rotate that as well. I can maximize my screen, just rotate here. Do little bit variation so it's gonna look like a little bit more randomness. Again, rotate, select over here, alt and drags. So this is, if you'll see, this is the simple cave scene. Still, if we spend more time, we can create more, the prototype game. But this is the powerful, power of the Unreal. We can get on very easy. This is a prototype game we can do. Now, if I select my sunlight and do the rotation here, we can see everything is into the real time. Here we no need to get render. Sorry. Correct. I can change the textures, I can edit the lights, I can give the new, I can add the new asset as well over here. Press S and the right click. Escape. We not to select anything over here. Now we have the something node over here. Node we have the landscape. If I click on that in my scene, I have not any landscape over here. So this options we have landscape and just say click on the create. Now what will do, it create a landscape in my scene. This is again compiling the shadows over here. If you'll see over here, now this is my landscape. I'll just delete. Now, if I want to add, right, if I want to do a push and pull to my landscape, so after creating that, we have the manage sculpt. We have, if I just little bit zoom out here, you can see this is my brush. I can decrease the brush radius over here, little bit more radius. Here we can see, here we are creating the mountains over here. We have the smooth options over here. We can, maximize the smooth as per our requirement. We have the flatten, so this automatically will flat my curvature or my smooth object. Here we have the ramp. This is really very fantastic tool. Ramp, if I'll say drag and drop, this is the my start and the end point. Correct. I'll just little bit do add ramp. I'll just drag it on the little bit on the back side, and I'll just move this upside. Correct. And say add ramp, move, add ramp. Here you can see my F11. I just maximize viewport. Now my landscape is now with the escape. A F11. I'll just come out from that sculpt mode. I can do a little bit more sculpting over here. You little bit more softness. I'm going in that area. I can do paint in F11. So this is the slant I have created with the ramp. See, like most probably you have seen the Counter Strike game, so they always have this slant in that area. F11 again. Ramp we have, deletions we have. Again, increase the strength over here. Circle radius, if you want to increase, it's a little bit more. Let's settle with the 2000 something. Right. Noise, if you want to add any noise, Control Z, small, just click on that. Decrease the radius a little bit more. Strength, we can reduce it. We just need to slide over here. A little bit more strength we can increase. So that will get into the mode, landscape node, right? We can do the paint also if you want to smooth, flatten, noise. We can do the sculpting as well. New landscape, even if I want to add new landscape, that I can do that as well also. Landscape, I'll just delete that. So this is my scene and my cave over here. If I want to create it, that I can do that as well. I'll select my landscape if I want to scale it down or I want to do a transform. Select and just reduce where you want to place this textures, materials. Just pull this up so that we can do with the landscape. We have foliage. As of now, I don't have any foliage in my scene or in my content browser. I can easily drag and drop my foliage from my content browser to foliage options over here. If I click over here, this is the brush setting mode. Brush setting, this is a mesh paint. Now sometimes what happens, lots of people are question is that if I need to edit my object, Unreal is not the the modeling software, but in Unreal there are default presets in terms of if I want to do extrude, that I can do that. So as of now, what I do, first I'll create I'll just select my landscape.